Hello, Gemini. This is Jenny. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to share this reading with you. Today, we're diving into a general love reading. So, as always, take what resonates and gently leave the rest behind. Now, let's tune in and see what the cards are ready to reveal for us today. Okay. Or causing them to think twice about their decisions, as I sense something bigger than them has become a problem because someone is definitely feeling the pressure. Someone is wanting to reconnect, but they feel they don't have that energy or that position to do so. Someone feels like something is too out of order, or they feel like you may believe they're damaged goods. But whatever the case, this is someone who believes that you're protecting your space. I feel even though you could be protecting your energy or your space, standing up for what you believe, I feel someone still is holding on in some way. But I feel too much sympathy when it comes to this situation. It can work against you. Because I do see change and disruption, that causing something to finally become clear, come to light, be exposed. So it seems like this is someone you used to pour into, but I feel this is someone who is blaming something on someone else, or they're claiming they had a moment of madness when they betrayed you. Yet I sense this is someone who may have shown you their true colors. I feel this is someone you had to let go. Someone feels like it's over, and this is why they believe you're protecting your energy or your space, as this is someone who wants to talk. They want to reach out, kiss, and make up. But I feel something is just not that easy. Someone wants you to sweep something under the rug, but I feel once you see something, you can't unsee it. I feel this is someone who has caused a freaky season where things don't add up, don't seem right. But I feel someone taking things in is starting to pray for a solution. So it seems like you're trying to figure something out, whether it's with yourself or someone else, but whatever it is, you're praying for a solution. But I feel in the end, I feel you're going to decide to keep it moving, because this is not your war. This is not your battle. I feel you have woken up or will be woken up to a proper solution for you, and that just might not include them. I see something bigger and better coming your way, but we can't get into that. That's like a whole nother reading. But what I will say is that this is someone who should have poured into you, because now that they have taken a chance in a different direction and they may have blown their chances when it comes to you, I think this is someone who is still under a spell or trying to go with the flow, believing time will heal the wounds of others, but it's only making things worse. As this is someone who wishes they never made a choice, but I feel you. They're going to have to sit in their mistakes until something is run its course or is in a space of completion. Someone definitely wants to bring something back. This is due to an ex or old flame. This is someone who is thinking of you. They're wanting to talk about something. They're wanting to bring something up, but this is someone who doesn't have a true heart to do so. This is someone who just doesn't have the full heart to give you a full story. But I feel for many of you, you don't need the full story. You just need them to be honest about something at some point. I feel this energy is doing a lot of talking. You're talking in circles as something is changing because of their actions, their words, or the lack thereof. but I feel changes are happening, and because of someone's negative way of thinking and believing, something has become too hot to handle, and many of you just have too much to lose, as something just might be over and done. For many of you, you're just wanting to bury the bullshit. You need time to rest, recover, and understand what you've been through to understand where you're going, as it seems you could be on a new path. Yeah, you're on a new path as you choose what's best for you. A new pumpkin patch, as I see someone is still not taking something seriously because they're definitely in a very messy situation. Someone's in a very messy situation where they're not getting any sleep, any rest. There's no peace. This is someone who is unable to relax due to stress, anxiety, the lack of resources, betrayal, repeating cycles because nothing has changed about them but their environment. And it's only gotten darker since they've seen you. I feel this is someone who is caught up between the two, or caught up in a very unnecessary situation where someone is finally snapping out of it, especially when it comes to being afraid to communicate what they're thinking, feeling, going through. But I feel the fact that someone has pulled a disappearing act and ghosted you is only because of a third party energy, someone who is out of their mind, obsessive. This could also be their energy as well. Please take it how it resonates, but someone is scaring off other lovers by being toxic. But I feel they're all in their head about a third party. So it seems like they're receiving their own betrayal. This is why they can't relax. They can't find any type of peace. They're wanting to run from these problems, but they're getting played. Someone is playing with their emotions, or they're playing with the emotions of someone else, but someone is definitely very upset. I feel there's a change, a sudden change here where someone is becoming a problem or creating some problems, but there's definitely some things going up in flames, whether it's conversations or someone getting physical. But whatever the case, there's a trail of evidence, a witness, or someone is co-signing someone else's bad habits, but someone's not going to be able to bury this. For many of you, this is something you are choosing to stay out of. So it seems like someone doesn't want you to believe what's already clear, and this is another reason why you may need to stay clear of something, stay clear of someone. As I see, many of you could be at peace in hiding or staying out of someone else's illusion that someone has already made the wrong choice. And whatever it is big, because things are getting bad. I feel things are getting bad when it comes to someone who is being betrayed. Someone never thought that things would go this way, but I feel something was soon to come for someone who has a trail of broken hearts, because you are not the first nor the last. I feel someone is dreaming about you, but they're also having night terrors. But I feel something you did or said has made something official, and you're trusting your intuition, because this energy you're dealing with has shown you so many times it can't be trusted. I feel you need to trust what has been shown to you. Even if you are seeking answers, you need to understand, or they need to understand, that actions definitely speak louder than words. I feel this is someone who definitely have a negative way of thinking, but I feel things are about to get scary when it comes to someone who is still sitting in an illusion. You're still feeling something doesn't apply to them. I feel something's about to get real scary for someone who is yet to find a real solution. but I feel something is coming their way regardless of what they understand or even what they're going through, because karma has no rules when it comes to serving what is owed to them. Someone is definitely wanting to talk but can't relay what they feel because of a separation or a divorce. I feel you're no longer giving your energy to someone who may have unknowingly pushed you away or recklessly pushed you away, but I feel whoever this is, they're drowning in thoughts and emotions now. I feel this is someone who could be dealing with a toxic situation or abusive lover. I feel there's resentments toward you or them or both, but whatever it is, someone is thinking about this third party, this phantom third party energy who is definitely questionable. I feel this is someone who is definitely guilty of childish behaviors or antics, someone who is truly insecure and delusional, especially when it comes to communication issues or commitment issues, because someone is definitely not loyal. I feel someone has no respect for the truth when it comes to love. This is why they're always dealing with low vibrational people, but this is the true reason why they're dealing with low vibrational situations. I feel this is someone who never thought this would happen to them, but this is why they're dealing with this situation, so they can fully understand that certain choices come with certain consequences, as this is someone who will soon wish they never tried to play these games or tried to replace you or even scare you into some type of submission through competition. Yet I feel it took them to lose you for them to really understand what they settled for. As it seems, this energy is definitely blaming you for their unhappiness, but I feel they have no reason to blame. This is why someone is coming out as delusional, because someone doesn't want to talk about the truth. This is why someone is going through hell with a third party. Oh, wow. I feel this is someone who is blaming you, shaming you, or even other energies here, causing them to believe they were justified in some type of a solution or justified in how they wanted to treat you. But I feel nothing was justified when it comes to someone who was always coming out as confused on which way to go, confused on who to choose or which team to be on. Again, I sense due to their lack of boundaries, the only thing they've gained is a lack of love and respect, because no one's dealing with them at this point. Everyone is cautious when it comes to someone who is overstepping their boundaries, living beyond their means, or just living a double life, as someone is definitely non-committal and it's going full circle, meaning they treat everyone like this. There's a lot of unfinished business when it comes to someone who is still living beyond their means or living lawlessly. This is why there's no love, there's no respect, and there's none being given, and there's none being received. This is why you're on the brain, because you love them regardless of what they did. But I feel this third party is giving them the same energy in return. Causing many of you to feel you dodged a bullet, and you definitely did. I feel you dodged a bullet when it comes to a karmic situation, as someone who's refusing to believe that they are attached to something toxic, as there's a lot of hidden intentions, people wearing masks. But I feel those masks are definitely coming off. This is what's connected to the messy situation and a sudden change, a disruption, as there's a lot of lies. I feel there's a lot of lies in a situation where many of these energies were just not taking life seriously, especially when it comes to lessons that needed to be learned, as there is a sense of broken trust when it comes to someone who is abusing their power, abusing substances, or abusing sex. Someone's getting catfished and they're thinking about that after burning a bridge with you. I feel this is someone who's burning bridges left and right because the trust is broken. No one is respecting their words, their energy, and this is why they're having to settle for less or settle with a third party who just might be giving them a taste of their own medicine. I feel this is someone who didn't know their role, and this is why. Something is vandalized because someone was just too stubborn to understand, hear you out, speak the truth. And I feel it's all because of their cloudy judgment. They're dealing with a psychopath. It's almost kind of hard to watch, but I feel it's kind of hard to watch someone get the same energy, but I feel something was bound to happen when it comes to someone who never thought that they would be in the position to be abused. I feel this third party is coming out as abusive or someone who seems to have lost their mind, but I feel someone could be abusing drugs or substances or alcohol or just tapping into the wrong things mentally that keep them in this space of seeming like they're crazy or out of their mind. I feel this third party is losing it on every level because of what they're losing or what they believe they're losing. But I feel something needs to be lost for many of these energies to truly understand. I feel this third party may even fake a pregnancy. Please take it how it resonates, or this could be male energy of getting someone else pregnant so they can have a reason to leave. And that is not for everyone, but someone is no longer wanting to argue. There are 3 people arguing here. This could be third party energy who is being backed up by someone else or someone else trying to tell them they're being a fool. But whatever the case, someone is insinuating that there's ill-gotten gains or someone's being blackmailed or someone just might need a restraining order because people are talking and people are guarded, but I feel something's about to come to a dead end and there's no changing that. I feel something's about to come to a dead end, especially when it comes to the lack of respect and loyalty in a situation. There's a lot of insecurities that are causing something to get messier and messier, and this was bound to fail, especially when it's attached to karma, because I feel it's finally come to collect. This is why someone is gaslighting you, even though they want to be near you, because at this point, someone's going to have to deal with every bit of their karma and all of their debt before they ever get close to you. I feel they're tired of dealing with the lies, the disrespect, the burnt bridges, but I feel this is the energy that they created, and now they're still being lawless with their energy. I feel this energy doesn't know how to love, not effectively without hurting and manipulating. This is someone who has definitely taken chances with the hearts of others, yet they don't like when they're on the receiving side of things. I feel this is someone who has taken a lot of chances that are now starting to backfire, and this is why. Someone is now getting burned because they're having to deal with this toxic, obsessive situation. And I feel in so many ways they're outnumbered. Yeah, narcissist energy, a narcissist dealing with one. I feel someone is definitely miserable here. Someone's looking for a handout, looking for help, but I feel this Joker is realizing now something's no joke. Because they were definitely living a life of a hypocrite, because now someone is miserable, realizing now they wasted a lot of time. But I feel someone's being conceited about something, thinking everyone can be replaced. Someone is playing a game, wasting the time of others habitually. I feel someone is keeping something hostage or attached to a frenemy, and they're just now realizing how toxic or detrimental something truly is. Someone thought that they could replace you, and this is what they are regretting now. They're understanding that the energy you bring cannot be replaced. They're in deep regret, but not wanting to show it. But I also feel this third party or false connection is losing a grip on this relationship. And they feel it, they see it every day, yet they want everyone to know or even believe that they're content where they are, and everyone knows that is not the case. But I feel, as I said before, these energies have come together for many lessons to be learned, because they were never truly prepared to tap in, love one another. I feel these energies were brought together to be a lesson that they refused to see before, but I feel this time the consequences and the choices will definitely change, because what's coming their way they cannot avoid, especially when it comes to someone who believes they know it all. Someone feels like they know what they're doing, especially when it comes to a toxic situation that they still have a grip on, because this third party is definitely not letting go, not anytime soon. This is why there's a tower moment if something is falling apart. And I feel that is done by the universe and destiny, because there's lessons to be learned by the heartbreak, the pain, the loss, the sacrifice that is coming with it. I feel someone who thinks they know it all is pretending to be content in a situation that's up and down all over the place. This is why there is confusion about what's being canceled or who needs to be canceled. But I feel someone's upset about something because something was definitely not on the menu. As it seems, they are still painting themselves as the victim here. This could be third-party energy here, or this energy here who thinks about you. But regardless of the fact, there's unseen factors here that are coming closer and closer every day that they're not ready or prepared to deal with. Yet it's only because they're offended by the truth that things are about to get reckless. Because someone who is coming out as a spiritual hater or a false spiritual energy, they're about to provoke something, an argument, a fight. And I feel whatever it is, whatever this is, it's about to get reckless. Someone's wanting a negative reaction here. And this is someone who is used to playing the game, pulling the strings and causing self-sacrifice. In fact, I feel they almost get off on it. I feel this is someone who is trying to provoke something because someone's about to be replaced. Someone's dealing with narcissistic energy on a different level, because there is money at issue, secrets, arguing, bickering. This is a family demand. There is relationships here where someone feels they're making choices to betray. I feel there's also a thief, a spiritual thief. This could be someone taking mentally, spiritually, emotionally. This could also be financially, but someone is definitely getting their karma. Someone is definitely getting served. I feel someone is getting served by a poser, someone who is talking their way through something, but they want something. And I feel what they want is payback. This could also be attached to a karmic family or a karmic connection, but whatever it is, it's coming in threes or it's coming in a group. I feel whatever's coming their way is diabolical and it's going to break them down. Someone is definitely going to have a nervous breakdown, or someone's going to feel like they have lost themselves mentally. I feel someone's going to be easily triggered by something. Someone's going to be easily triggered by the lies and mind games. They're dealing with someone who is equally bitter or just as bitter as they are, who's about to be very condescending because they feel entitled to it. Someone feels entitled to schooling someone on how to really be rotten because someone's about to be diabolical when annihilating someone, taking someone out, or making someone pay. This is a karmic energy who is watching, stalking, mean girl, mean guy energy here, who is very malicious. This is karmic energy, karmic lover, or someone who feels jilted by a leech, someone who feels this energy, this karmic feels like they were jilted by someone who was only using them. This energy cheated on them and used them for sex. Nothing was real when it comes to the emotions. This is someone who followed someone and they're going to wish they hadn't because something's about to get ratchet and everyone is out of time. I feel someone is out of time when it comes to something that is being concealed. I feel there is also a covert friend, someone that shouldn't be trusted, that is also stirring the pot. I feel there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of unfinished business, a lot of broken hearts, and a lot of broken energies here that will be shedding a lot of tears as someone will be provoking and trying to break someone else through some very harsh ways of being. But I feel in so many ways, everyone involved will be affected. I feel this is someone who is provoking a situation, unfinished business here, with a narcissist energy who doesn't care who they step on. But I feel this toxic energy who is holding on for dear life. And I feel someone's about to put someone else in a mood. There's a lot of challenges here and everyone's playing some type of game, but I feel everyone doesn't realize everyone's in the position to lose because nothing was supposed to be a reward. Nothing was supposed to work here. And this is why someone is lost in their energy or lost in their thoughts as something's about to be on target, as someone is definitely looking to hit the bullseye, but I feel they don't have a shot in the dark. Wow. This is someone who is lost in their thoughts, daydreaming, but they're completely shocked in disbelief about something that is suddenly happening when it comes to a hater who is wanting them to fail. So it seems like everything is going down here because they believe someone else is a frenemy, someone who is pretending to be a friend but plotting against them behind their back. But I feel someone has brought this on themselves with lies, betrayal, doing something behind someone else's back. Someone is just going tit for tat. I feel someone is coming out as a hater who is wanting someone else to fail. This is third party energy here, or other person energy here, who has come to a crossroads or a decision. Yeah, as I said before, someone has made a decision because they feel like they've been crossed, so they're going tit for tat. They believe they have a reason to hit back, and this is why things are going up in flames and everyone's gonna get hurt. No matter who is involved, even this mature energy who is stirring the pot Everyone's playing it cool, but this is a very messy situation. There's a lot of conflict, and someone definitely feels trapped in the middle of it. I feel someone is definitely arguing, putting someone else in competition. There's a lot of opinions here, opposing opinions, and this is what's causing blockages, obstacles, and problems because it's a lot of them. There's a lot of energies talking, stirring the pot, and watching, waiting for something to happen. In fact, I feel someone is lying and hoping that something goes up in a blaze just so they have something to post or talk about, but whatever it is, it's becoming unhinged. Something is becoming unhinged, crazy, dangerous. This is a very dangerous situation when you're dealing with a false spiritual person, someone who has become a master manipulator. But I feel in so many ways someone is hearing something, eavesdropping. This is someone being very sneaky behind a disguise who is wanting to reclaim their power, but it's the secrets that's holding someone back. They're wanting to hide out. They need time alone, but there's no new opportunity. This is why someone is trying to hide their grief, pain, and sadness, but there's no way out of it. Someone's going to have to deal with it head on, but someone's just not prepared mentally, spiritually, or emotionally to deal with that. Someone wants you to let your guard down so you can make something easier for them. But as I said before, there is no easy way out of a situation where someone has already become unhinged because someone is trying their best to zone out. They're unfocused, and this is why they're having to deal with this grief and sadness. It's not going away. Someone feels like nothing makes any sense, but I feel this energy is stuck in the matrix because they refuse to see a truth, the whole truth. So they're drinking, doing something out of access, and this is what's causing them to be impatient and unbalanced. I feel this is someone who has trapped themselves because they won't tap into their higher self. This is why someone is refusing to tap into the shame and the pain of it all, because there's a lot of it. I feel there's a lot of shame and pain in this situation where someone is dealing with a toxic, obsessive lover who's about to bring the laws involved. This is why many of you should be double aware of someone who is trying to put someone in jail or someone who's already in jail and trying to figure out a way out, someone who's dealing with legal disputes or fighting for access or fighting for their life because they didn't see the warning. I feel this is someone who had a closed mindset when it comes to not seeing the truth. Someone was just not thinking big enough when it comes to someone who was possibly copying you, never truly satisfying an urge, which I sense is the very reason all truths are starting to come to light. I feel the truth is coming to light because someone is getting burned by their own game. This is something they never saw coming. I feel everyone is tired of dealing with the chaos. Now, I feel everyone is just kind of waiting for the final act, the rock bottom where people feel like people are getting what they get. I feel there are energies here who are low vibrational, who are hoping for something to fall, go up in a blaze. But this is what you get when you're low vibrational and choosing not to see something for what it is. I feel whatever comes within this conflict is bound to happen, due to happen. This is why many of you are standing up or standing aside from this, because this is not your battle. This is not something that you signed up for, because whatever's going on, it can't be saved. I feel something can't be saved when it comes to a dangerous, unhinged, situation or person where there's lovers and friends involved. This is why things are going up in flames, or it's just too much going on because someone is definitely scattered. I feel someone is also thinking this third party is crazy, and it just might be a fact that someone is about to sit something off. This is something, So it seems like something is definitely up, as I said before. This person is being looked at as losing their mind and acting crazy. And I feel that is a fact because something's about to go down, because they're being very calculating. I feel whatever's about to go down, it's about to cause everything to fall apart. Things are about to fall apart to a place where it can't be fixed, because I feel the only reason someone is even thinking about you is because of things that are lost or sacrificed. Wow. Because they know you didn't deserve the energy and betrayal they gave, but I feel this is someone who is still putting themselves in this victim mindset, which is the very thing weighing them down and causing their heart to be heavy, because what they broke can't be fixed. What they're dealing with can't be fixed. There's too many people involved and everyone's taking a shit on this relationship. I feel there's a lot of toxic energies here and everyone's playing their part. I feel someone's about to get kicked out. There's stolen money, unpaid bills, holes in the walls. There's broken mirrors, shattered energy here. I feel the spark is gone. There might be good sex, but there's bad energy here. There's a bad connection. I feel people are trying to refuse something, trying to deny something that is obvious, but I feel something cannot be unseen. It cannot be forgotten. Some of these energies here are putting two and two together, especially when it comes to the toxic energy that is bouncing back and forth. Something is obvious when it comes to an obsessive lover, or someone being obsessive about their secrets because someone is still pretending like something never happened. This is why things are getting worser by the day. I feel someone is even trying to manipulate, and that's not even working. I feel that's only creating bad karma. I feel someone is just too comfortable, and this is why many of you are so uncomfortable, because you have to be careful with them before you have to be careful with them, because they're going to try to come back. They're going to try to come back after all of this goes to shit. But I feel them showing their true colors in all of this is going to be the reason why someone is going to lose you for good, as they definitely have narcissist behaviors of adding to this whole messy situation. And I feel investing in them, investing in this is only trouble ahead. I feel this energy is already dealing with a third party that is causing havoc, a headache, as I sense there are hard lessons at hand when it comes to someone who is up to no good. I feel there are a lot of things going on in this situation, and it goes both ways, especially when it comes to energies just being over the hot mess. The family's over it. The friends are over it. No one's standing up. A lot of people are backing off because these energies are doing way more than they say they are, and they can't see past the fog. I feel someone cannot see past the fog, and they don't want to hear the truth either. This is why things are getting worse, and this is why many people are protecting self and energy, because you got way too much to lose, and you have learned too many lessons from these low vibrational people who are also learning those same lessons. But I feel something is being turned up a level when it comes to someone who thought you would be easily fooled. I feel someone is being treated like a fool when it comes to a messy situation, but I feel things are finally about to change. And many of these energies, they're not going to see it coming. A lot of this will be up to you, especially when it comes to giving and receiving energy here. However, without their own experience of betrayal, heartache, headache, and being crushed and crossed by someone they trusted, they would never understand the true pain they took you through. Yet I sense now they do. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Have a good, beautiful day. Bye.